going off what Jake said, just having that experience at a young age. A lot of us played as freshmen, a lot of us played as sophomores. We have a lot of experience on and off the field as to what Michigan football stands for and what it takes to win. And I think that helps a lot of us not only be leaders on the team, but be successful as leaders on and off the field.
Front right.
Jerk, can you add?
Well, just to add on what those guys said, it's just, our experience. We've seen, just about everything you can see, on the football field, and just going out there and giving those guys our wisdom is pretty much the key to, our success. Making sure that they know what they're doing out there is, just as much as we know what we're doing out there. So that's really what it is, just letting you guys know, what it is to be a college football player in Michigan.
Back right, Michael.
For Chris and Jake, how did you guys find out that you were going to captain? Were you surprised? I mean, there's a lot of deserving candidates on this team, obviously.
Yeah, like you said, there's a lot of deserving guys, especially Jordan right here. We were voted as, we had a team meeting and Coach called us in and the players voted, and then we waited around for a little bit and he kind of told us like that in front of the team. So that's kind of how it went.
Front left here to Chris.
Jake, just talk about, without getting specific, about the quarterbacks, how they move the ball. Were you guys able to move the ball on this defense in camp, and how good is this defense?
Yeah, it's not easy, that's for sure, because this defense throws a lot at you, and I mean they're blitzing from everywhere really, and they have the secondary behind them to play great man coverage, which helps them. So some days it was a struggle, some days we could get it done, but I think it's at the end of the day it's going to help us down the line. And both quarterbacks have been doing a really good job.
To the center here with Adam.
This one's for Chris. Chris, just throughout camp, and you've seen the running back cycle during your time. Can you assess just the core of running backs? I mean, Drake and Tide and Devion, they all seem pretty confident, leading up to this point. Who have you been impressed with? Is this the strongest group that you guys have had?
Yeah, when you have 3, maybe 4 running backs that can rotate, each and every game into that fourth quarter when the D-line and linebackers are struggling to get off the ball, it just gives us that much more of an opportunity to run down their throat on the ball, especially when we're up and ahead and want to take some time off the clock. But those 3 guys have played a lot of football, and those guys are the ones that are going to be taking most of the carries this year, and it's just exciting to see them that they're all finally healthy now and ready to go.
Please raise your hand if you have a question. We'll get you the mic. We're going to go left center here with Katie.
Hi, this is for anyone who wants to answer. You mentioned kind of all the things you've been through in your careers. One of those things is a major coaching change. I'm just curious what that process is like. Does it feel like you're starting over? Does it kind of feel like business as usual? And is there anything that Coach Harbaugh said to you when he came that has kind of resonated with you about what he's about and what the program's about?
I'll take it. It's always tough when you have a new coaching staff, new philosophies, a new way of playing the same game you've been playing for 12, 15 years. But there's, I guess, the biggest thing with Coach Harbaugh is just working hard and earning your stripes. With hard work and dedication and all those different things that coaches say, there's you get the job done. You saw that in that first year, and we're excited for Coach Harbaugh to come in and see what he can do for the second year with us. The players that we have, a lot of senior leadership, a lot of young guys that can be able to help us out too. So I think with all that, we're in for a special season.
We're going to go front left here. Wojo.
For Jordan and Jake, a year ago this time, there were a lot of unknowns about this team. You guys maybe didn't even know how good you could or couldn't be. A year later now, do you have a better sense, and do you feel like this team has everything it needs has everything it needs and can meet the expectations that are so high?
Yeah, I think we're confident in each other. We're confident in our coaching staff. We have a lot of talent, a lot of experience, but we have a lot of hungry guys, and that hunger has really resonated all summer through our workouts and throughout this camp. This camp's been hot. It's been tough. Coach Harbaugh's pushed us to our limits, and then maybe a little bit even further. And just through that, that's really where the confidence is starting to come from. So everything's really in place. We just got to continue to work hard and then execute on Saturdays.
I mean, ever since Coach Harbaugh got there, it was an urgency to win, and we can see that through everything we did in the spring and everything we did in fall camp. And now that we had a season under our belts with Coach Harbaugh, I think we understand what it takes to win. And, you know, those 2 years that, you know, it was just a little downslide, you know, Michigan football, Coach Harbaugh came back and it was an urgency to win. And it was an urgency to have a detail-oriented football team. And now you can tell that everybody understands what it is to actually be a winner at the college level.
We're gonna go front left here with Drew.
For all three of you guys, all three of you could have opted out for the NFL draft. Last year, probably all three would have been picked in the early rounds. What was the primary inspiration for you guys to come back? Was part of it that you guys really want to be part of that first 4-year class to win a Big Ten championship, something this program hasn't had in 12 years?
For me, I look back to when I first committed here, and one of the real reasons is I looked at my class, the class above us, and the class they were forming below us, and little things like that. And I really came here because I thought we would win, and I really believed that you know, I would get to be a part of like some great Michigan football. And like the first 2 years, we didn't really get that done. I mean, it was tough. We had some low times and everything, and then last year we just got a little taste of what it's like. So I really want to come back for me personally and see what we can do this year, because I really believe in these guys that we can get something special done.
Yeah, exactly what Jake said. There's just that opportunity to be a part of something special. Haven't won a Big Ten championship in 12 years. I think we have the guys this year to contend, you know, pretty well for that. You know, we have a tough road schedule this year, but I think we can get it done. So I think coming back for me personally was just the opportunity to do things that I haven't been able to do here as a Michigan football player. Getting the opportunity to beat a few teams we haven't beat, you know, since I've been here. Win a Big Ten championship and just get better as a football player was one of my big reasons for staying.
Yeah, like what both of those guys said, at the end of the day, you got to know what you came here for. You got to understand, you know, yourself and understand what's important to you. You know, we could have opted out and made the money, but money wasn't important to us. It was the football. It was our legacy here and our tradition and what we were going to be remembered for.
Go second row middle, Adam. Just a few more for these guys, and we'll spread them out.
And Jordan, on that note, and it kind of applies to all three of you guys, is it safe to assume that this season opener you're the most excited for it? Senior year, this is you know, your final season. Does this season opener mean a little bit more to you guys, especially, you know, preparing for it this week?
Every game means a lot. You know, even in our last years, you know, everything was very urgent and we had to win. You know, it's nothing, you know, it's not to say we're overhyped about our last season. We're overhyped to play every game that, you know, that we have on our schedule and have the season that we always dreamed of, honestly.
Middle right, Michael.
You guys have said a couple times that we want to have a special season, and you mentioned the Big Ten. How much talk is there in the locker room about the college football playoff? I mean, is the goal Big Ten and then focus afterwards, or are you guys already talking about competing for a national championship?
We're just talking about winning every single game that's on that schedule, honestly. That's what we want to do. We want to go out there and compete at our best ability and go out there and show that we could be in college playoffs every single week.
Front row all the way to the left, Larry.
Jake, Coach won't tell us who's going to be the quarterback, but says you guys pretty much know and they know. But I guess Wilton and John, can you just talk about what each of them brings to the table if and when we do see them play?
Yeah, I mean, both guys are actually, they're pretty similar, pro-style quarterbacks. They both throw pretty balls. They both understand this offense very well, and that's a testament to this coaching staff and how well they prepared these guys. Both guys are very capable of getting the job done. They both have really good camps. You know, it's for me. I don't know who the starter will be, but the coaching staff, whoever they send out there week one, will be ready to rock and roll, and they'll get the job done.